think about that new John Wick about to pop off?
I don't know much about it. I don't even know where we are canonically in this
It
movie.
just looks like it's on that Fast and Furious track, man, to become a just completely buffoonish and cartoonish.
Oh, it's getting that bad. It's getting tropey.
Yeah, man. I just, they're introducing the inner circle, and I still come back to the point that all this started with the death of a dog, man,
Hey,
in the
No,
stolen
man. It
vehicle.
start with the death of a dog. You know what I'm saying? See, yeah, this is almost blasphemous hearing y'all talk this way about John Wick, the greatest hero ever. You know what I mean?
If I see one more person spin a katana or a staff and stop bullets, I'm just gonna like lose my fucking mind, man.
John Wick don't stop bullets. His suit does.
But I saw this trailer, and somebody in this fucking trailers, I think it's Donnie. What's his name? Donnie Yen.
Oh yeah, Ip Man.
This
oh,
guy's like
mm.
spinning his fucking sword and blocking bullets and shit.
So as all right. Fun fact for me, action movies just don't do it for me. Like I don't know what it is. They've long since just fell out of my favor. Most of them, ones like this. That's why I don't really. John
I
Wick's
mean,
okay.
they look cool, man. But the issue I have with like a lot of these action movies is like you fighting against all these trained killers yourself. These the type of dudes that don't miss, man.
But
They
he's the
don't need
best.
to.
Yeah,
I
he's the
mean, these guys,
Mm.
you could take a Pookie and Ray Ray dude off the street with a machine gun and do some mad damage. You know what I'm saying? He's got like a Glock or something. He's just moving through all these guys. Like,
no.
I don't
no,
know,
man.
man. This
I got,
sounds very egregious coming from y'all, man.
no.
This is
I
very
got
disheartening.
I
Fresh.
just really don't know what the fucking purpose of it is now.
I gotta give him more. I gotta give him his flowers because don't get me wrong, he's like one of the more badass protagonists that exist in this day and age. The only thing I don't know is I don't need an invincible. Like that was kind of dope, but that was also like, nah, come on,
He's
fantastic.
not invincible though.
I mean, the last one
I've never seen him get hurt, man. When
he
is the
got
last time he got shot?
He got shot in I think
Common
two.
shot him.
He got
Didn't
shot in two.
I mean, but it's always the superficial, the bullet pass through type bullshit, and he's
No,
not bleeding 2 minutes later.
he did. He gets shot, and then he got to get sewn up by a doctor. It happens.
a veterinarian.
How about getting shot in the fucking head, and that's it? Because he's the type
That
of
will
dudes
end the
that don't
movie.
miss.
That will end the movie. Will.
Don't miss. And I don't know why Fresh believes that this dude is a fucking hero. This dude don't help no common man. He ain't did shit to help a single civilian. He's just
He
running for his
inspires.
life.
He inspires the civilians, man.
I
He
mean, the
makes you
average. I
believe in
mean, you out
yourself.
there shooting out in public on the public streets and riding motorcycles and all this crazy shit. And it's Christmas time. It's people out here getting hit by stray bullets. That's
Not by
bullshit.
John Wick bullets.
That's Pookie and Ray Ray bullets. John Wick bullets. Now, that I agree with. He's supposed to be top of the top tier. So he's supposed to be feared by the community he's in. And I get that. So I wouldn't anticipate Joe Blow running up on him and Nino Brown in him. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just a money grab at this point, man.
I
I know
will
the last one he just met a Sultan and all of that shit. I felt like that shit should have ended at that point. Like,
No,
what are we doing now?
he's getting his revenge on the table.
I see, right. I think he's been on a revenge tour for 4 movies now, and that's where I'm like, all right, dude, pick.
Well,
He
so all right, so
should have went out like a
the
martyr.
original one, the original John Wick one, uh, uh, the guy killed the dog that his wife that just recently passed bought him, and he killed all of them out, whatever, right?
Then he
Boom, he was
accidentally
done.
killed a guy's son too, right? He in the midst of doing that.
The son is the one that killed the dog. You know what I'm saying? He wiped all them niggas out. You know what I'm saying? Boom, he was done, right? Then a dude came back from the past. They had a marker on him. Was like, "Yo, since you back in the game," you're like, "No, I'm not back in the game. It was just a personal shit." But my man was like, "No, he was a dickhead. So since you back in the game, you got to fulfill this marker. If you don't, you're gonna die." So the second one was him fulfilling that marker, and my man double crossed him, so he had to die. But since my man was part of the table, once you kill somebody that's part of the table, you mark for death. So that was part 3. You know what I'm saying?
So there's
So
no
part
way out
3,
for this guy.
yeah, it's only one way out. So he's fighting against the odds of the table, against all these assassins, man. It's very revolutionary. It's a tearjerker. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
This is
about the
I mean, if he
amazing.
was really about that, man, he would just end the cycle. And I mean, what?
blow up everybody, blow up the whole coalition.
That's what 4 is about. He's trying to blow up everybody.
Or how about end himself and let the shit be over with?
No, because he said the only way he can live out the memories of his wife is to keep living. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing this for his wife that he loves so much, and she loved him so much.
Now,
You know
what
what I'm
happened
saying?
when he gets some new pussy? What's gonna go down then? Is he
I
gonna?
don't think he's dealing with that right now, man. He's on his revenge tour.
Is that why he's so aggressive?
He's not even aggressive, man. They doing this to him, man.
I
This is
mean,
all,
I don't know,
it's all
Fresh.
defensive. They going against him, man. He got to.
It's just so outlandish. I mean, all these shots that's being fired, and ain't nobody hit him in the head. Come
What's
on,
so
man.
outlandish about this, man?
Dude, look at that. Did you see that? This dude, I hate action scenes where these dudes jump out of these goddamn high ass windows. First, you can't just jump through those fucking windows because they
Because John Wick, he
reinforce.
can do almost anything.
And then you jump through a window and you don't know how the fuck you gonna land, and you end up landing in a pool or some bullshit. This is
See,
these
that's why.
tropes, man. I feel like we outgrew these tropes in the early fucking 2000s, man.
And
But it's
that's
Baba
what
Yaga.
that's what I'm saying. With the action movies, there's so many tropes, like the little knife fight scene with Gangnam Style right here. Like, how many times can you do that though? You know, and that's just all. That's same reason I can't do a Fast and the Furious, because again, you're right. How many shootouts am I gonna see hand to hand combat? At least with a Marvel character or a comic character. This is the stuff I've been imagining in my head my whole life. John Wick,
Fast and the Furious is different, fam. You know what I'm saying? They going
yes,
racing
you're
against
right.
submarines and shit on icebergs. Don't put that fantastical bullshit with the great John Wick. You know,
78
Fresh.
versus
These dudes just stood in front of him like 3 feet away from him and shot multiple times and did not hit him. That's almost as
hit his suit.
fantastic as Thanos snapping his fucking fingers and all the people across the multiverse dying, man. That's silly, man.
For me personally, it's not one of my most anticipated. I think Keanu's got better projects. I think Neo will beat the shit out of John Wick hand to hand, but that's another conversation for another day.
No, what are you talking about? Neo was the beast in a computer generated world. John Wick is that nigga in real life.
Fresh. Are you telling me that Neo couldn't beat fucking John Wick, man?
Yes.
Depends on what reality you in, Will.
But the dude essentially downloaded all of the martial arts and all the gunplay into his brain. You thinking he's not lethal in real life?
He's not lethal in real life. We saw the movies. He wasn't lethal in real life. He was lethal as fuck in a computer generated world. You know what I'm saying? Going against computers and shit.
The dude he was Superman, but we never really saw him like do no mad fighting in real life. But he downloaded all that information though. It's all like muscle shit.
No, I think Fresh is right on that. I think because he was frail, he was timid looking. When they showed him in real life, he looked like a hobo with cancer. And
everybody was in real life.
So I wouldn't think anybody in the reality of the Matrix had no hands. They probably.
But have we seen John Wick throw hands though either?
Yes.
Yeah, you see Wick throw hands. The action is dope.
It's like gun kata or some bullshit. It's a lot of him shooting.
On him, man. Yeah,
gun kata. Yeah. But if you do it right, it could be highly entertaining. I just don't know if I need 4 and 5 and 6 of these movies.
Yeah, it's an entertaining franchise. I like the old man fucking still dangerous trope. You know what I'm saying? And the action hero shit, but I'm not seeing nothing different from this movie, from the last one, the one before that, or the first one. It's all the same shit.
It's not supposed to be different. It's just a
I
continuation.
mean, and then it's always some dude they bring in is supposed to be that guy who's supposed to be going up against him. And the dude kind of, is not that guy. You know what I'm saying? He don't even come close. Don't even come close to John Wick.
Yeah, you gotta watch this.
Nobody come close to John Wick because he's the greatest hero that ever walked the earth.
Fresh. I don't see it, bro.
He said it. He said it though. The only thing I don't get it. I do agree with you, Will. They'll call a dude from like Poland. He's supposed to be the top of the top. Brings over chainsaws and surgical tools and
yeah.
They don't do that in John Wick. They literally like, yo, we got this $7 million bounty on John Wick. We need all hands on deck because it's John Wick. We know one of y'all can't fuck with him, but if we see 30 of y'all at him, maybe.
No, it was that one guy. It was that one guy from. He's done a lot of action films too, like a lot of B movies, but he's pretty well known. He does what's that Japanese cooking show? Been on there for quite some time. He was supposed to be that guy in that last film. He was an Asian guy. He's done a lot. He did a lot of action films in the 80s. I can't think of his name though. He was supposed to be that guy in the last one.
Basically, he was there to help.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be that
the retribution of the table to all the people that helped him, John Wick. You know what I'm saying? But it was his whole cabal was going against John Wick. Everybody was going against John Wick. Even like his two head guys with the hands, when they were they bested John Wick real quick, they was happy and so excited to be actually fighting John Wick because he's a mentor to them all. He's one of the greatest human beings that ever lived.
So he's like the number one assassin that everybody.
It's an honor to get your ass handed to you by John Wick.
That's that American bullshit. Why do I gotta believe that it's an American? Everybody across the entire planet that's supposed to be the number one killer on the planet, and we standing 2 feet from this man that can't shoot him with machine guns.
You're scared.
He's not American.
You walk in a room.
These dudes is like stormtroopers. They can't hit shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are supposed to be trained assassins. These ain't just some fucking Pookie and Ray Rays off the street you give some guns to. Say go kill them.
Ways and shit. Right. Didn't you go against some goons where they was shooting?
Yeah.
Love that one.
I mean, but that's all it take too. If you get enough of them, shit.
He's Russian / Belarus. His real name is Jardani Jovanovich. Something like that.
So he's an Italian cat, right?
He's Russian.
Oh, Russian.
Eastern European. All them little
Jordani.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not. I wouldn't check it at the theater. I'd probably cut it on at the crib though. You know what I mean?
Man,
I don't think
that's so disrespectful, man.
No, for real. I don't think that movie's not gonna give me an experience at the movies. Again, for me, it's an experience. You know, like Fresh is busting guns. Like, come on.
Like, he's doing it at a high level though.
High
he's
level.
acting at the highest level possible.
This is the 4th movie of him busting guns. If this was the first one,
spinning cars around with no doors, and he's riding motorcycles, and now he's on horses in the desert. I mean, this is all shit we saw the last movie, man.
I'll admit this though, he's not turning into what's the little guy's name? Tom Cruise yet. You know what I mean? Where Tom Cruise is gonna give you 5 scenes that always have to happen.
I like action films. I like shoot 'em ups, but I'm not gonna go to the theater to see something I've already seen. It's like just collecting the same shoe in a bunch of different colors. I'm not that dude, man.
Yo, John Wick should have won an Oscar for each John Wick movie. Halle Berry should have won supporting actress for that. She shouldn't have won for Monsters Ball. She
See,
should have won it for John Wick 3.
that's terrible because I was gonna have a hot take saying if Halle Berry's in it, I'm not watching it. I just hope- turn that shit off. This is a
Yeah.
bad. She's been doing bad movies for a long time now, so
Right.
me. That's just me.
She did an amazing performance in John Wick, man. Stellar
Mm.
acting. You know what I'm saying? It's
I don't know. I don't know how much acting. It's not. I don't think it's hard to do an action film, man. Because the action is what's selling it. It's not
No,
like you
see,
just trying to.
That's where I got to disagree with you because with John Wick, that shit is highly choreographed, and it is like an old
Yeah,
this old
because the
hand.
action speaks to the,
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
as long as the action is there, you can kind of get away with kind of falling short on the acting side of it. Because we there to see the action. If the dialogue is kind of weak and the action is strong, like Scott Adkins was talking about this. He was talking about he enjoyed the Nolan Batman films more, but he feels that Zack Snyder understands Batman more than Nolan does because Batman is covered from head to toe in Kevlar and titanium. So he's just moving through dudes. Nolan didn't understand Batman because he was always covered up and fighting with his elbows. So he was like, the acting aspect of it really sold the Nolan trilogy. It was great, but he didn't understand action, and that's where he fell short. The John Wick films, it's just all action. I know he talked to the little black dude in the hotel. He talked to the little one dude from American Gods all the fucking time, and he's always warning them and shit. And he gets guns from different people, but I don't think of any of his dialogue. I always think about action, and when I think back to any of his movies.
Is that a Keanu thing though, or is that a John Wick thing though? You know what I'm saying? Keanu Reeves isn't a strong actor, but he can make entertaining movies.
That's a hot take right there, man. You're gonna piss some people off saying that.
Keanu is not a
Keanu's an
strong
amazing
actor.
actor.
Come on now, come on.
He's a phenomenal actor. And
Come on, hold on.
The actual speaking scenes in the John Wick series.
I don't know,
is some of the
Fresh.
most top tier
Nah,
acting
Fresh.
you ever seen in your life.
Fresh, I gotta give you a homework. I gotta give you a homework assignment. I need you to watch the Keanu Reeves movie and come back with that same energy. Talking about he's a great actor. What was it called? Knock Knock. I need you to go ahead and watch that shit.
What is
And,
Knock Knock?
Go ahead and watch that and tell me this guy is a thespian. Okay, I ain't trying to.
Yeah.
He's the being the highest level, man.
Hey man, Keanu, he's got one note, bro.
Yeah, go
He's
fast.
got one note, and it's
he-
the action shit that helps cover the poor acting. You know what I'm saying?
Knock Knock was an amazing movie. I seen that, man. It was utterly
Yeah,
amazing movie.
Okay. All right. I'll say this: Keanu, as far as action roles go, he's been doing it almost about 30 years almost. It's probably top 5 of our generation. He's got a shit ton of classics. But again,
I mean, Speed was the shit.
Point
Of
Break,
course, The Matrix.
The Matrix,
Constantine.
Constantine. Yeah, dude, he's got classics. I mean,
Constantine was good. I don't know. You got a strong ass cult following off of that.
The Devil's Advocate.
Shit, Bill and
What was
Bill
that? What was that? An action film? No.
Yeah, of course it was.
The Devil's Advocate? No, it wasn't an action movie. It was more of a serious piece. And again, if you watch that movie, and that's funny you mentioned that. I just watched that one a few months ago. He was not good in it. He's not good.
He
Fact
was
is,
utterly amazing in that, man.
not a good
Utterly
movie at all.
believable.
All right, now I'm gonna let you have it. But just looking at his list of stuff, bro, he's top 5 of his generation for sure. But he ain't. There's a reason he ain't won no Oscars and ain't been nominated for him. Okay,
Wasn't he in that one? It's not Kevin Costner. What's the one? Was it like Point Break where those dudes was like surfers or some shit?
Yeah, that's him. Yep. Point Break with Gary Sinise. Is it Gary Sinise?
Excellent movie.
Or
The movie was excellent, but his acting wasn't.
No, it's actually
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. Sorry, and Gary Busey. Not Gary Sinise. Gary Busey's crazy ass. But again, that movie wasn't amazing because of Keanu's acting. That wasn't the reason. The movie itself,
The movie and the premise was dope, man. It wasn't Keanu's acting, like Sherm said, man.
Like, look,
I can't think of shit that he did in that film that like really just draws my mind back to that film. But the overall premise of the bank robberies and them doing all that cool shit, like the surfing shit and the jumping out of planes and all that sweet shit, that's what sold that film.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Fresh has got nothing. I listen. I know you, Keanu. I know you got a poster of him behind you. But you know what I'm saying? There's nothing. I don't think. I mean, the internet's probably going to agree with you more than me and Will, but I'm fast in my approach on this one. I love Keanu, but he's not the actor. He ain't like Denzel in the '90s. Come on now.
I ain't say Denzel, but he's top flight.
He's got, like I said, he's got plenty of classics. He's the man, and
I mean,
he's great at what he does. Great at what he does.
It's just that dry wit, matter of fact. He doesn't really show like a lot of emotion, man, ever. Like I think Matrix was the most emotion I've ever seen, like range that he's ever done, and he didn't really do it before, and he hasn't done it really since.
We just talked about the most emotional impacting movie ever in John Wick, and you saying he didn't show no emotion?
Did you see him like bawling over, crying, and all that shit when his wife was fucking dead? No,
yes. It's in the beginning of the movie. He shared a couple thug tears, man.
Nah, Fresh.
I don't know about that one. Fresh.
He's a manly man. You know what I'm saying? John Wick is a manly man. You know what I mean? You have Arnold Schwarzenegger, you have Pierce Bronson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, excuse me, Charles Bronson.
Nobody's checking for Pierce Bronson. Get out of here.
I know. I said, pardon me. I mean Charles Bronson.
Hey, what kind of action movies you been watching?
You know what I'm saying? Daniel Craig when he was my man James Bond. Manly man that they show their emotions through their fists.
Let me ask you this, because John Wick and James Bond kind of have a similar panache, I guess, where you kind of know exactly what the fuck's going to happen every movie and how it's going to play out. If John Wick starts to go down that route, I'm done. And to me, he's already down that route. So I couldn't even tell you the last time I watched a James Bond movie, simply because it's the same movie he's just been making since the 60s. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to deal with
what's going to happen in the James Bond movie with Daniel
Craig.
You
do. You know exactly what's going to happen in the James.
You always on pins and needles.
He gonna do a bad broad. He gonna save the world. He gonna drive a cool car. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go talk.
He's got to watch. He's got to watch that does some. He's got some gadgets and sweet shit, and I mean it's the same shit.
It's like a Tom Cruise movie. You know what you're getting here, and I don't want to do that anymore.